Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Mike Check Podcast. This is T Word checking into the booth. Today, we're going to be talking about the Kansas City Chiefs and their key players in the upcoming Super Bowl 57 and how these players might play a role in a win for the Chiefs. But before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We do appreciate your support. Thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to rank these players in order of importance from number 3 up to number 1. And we're going to start with Chris Jones, the defensive tackle for the Chiefs, who amassed 15 and a half sacks this year. In my opinion, I think that he's going to play an important role in collapsing the pocket and creating pressure for the Chiefs in order to make Jalen Hurts a little bit one-dimensional. Now, the way that he's going to affect the game the most is rushing and bull rushing the pocket from the interior of the line, making the Eagles guards and center account for him using double teams and things like that, which is going to free up the other defensive tackle and potentially the defensive ends to rush the edge in the upfield manner, set the edge, and force Jalen Hurts up the middle of the field or force him into hurried throws. This favors the Chiefs because their secondary isn't the greatest, and the less time they have to cover, the better off the Chiefs are going to be from a pass defense standpoint. Now, he's also going to be critical in the run game because he's going to need to be a run stuffer and plug the middle while he's pushing the pocket. So I think his first priority shouldn't necessarily be sacks. It should be forcing double teams, closing up gaps, and making the interior, the guards in the center, focus on him and the other defensive tackle. That's going to pay big dividends for the Chiefs. Next up, I have Travis Kelce. Over the regular season, he had 12 touchdown receptions. And in the postseason, he's the leading receiver with 220 yards. So what that means to me is that Kelce is going to be a key member of this offense staying on schedule. You've got to look for him. You've got to get him passes in the red zone when you make it there. And then also in short situations, second short, third and short, he needs to be one of the first guys you look for in order to make successful things happen. And then that's also going to complement the run game because if he's successful in the intermediate areas, it's going to substitute for a run game that might be bottled up for much of the first half and probably going into the second half. Now, finally, my number 1 key player for the Chiefs is going to be none other than Patrick Mahomes. All right. It's simple. This guy had over 5,000 passing yards and 41 TDs in the regular season, and he's been on the tear in the postseason as well, one of the leading passers with already over 500 yards. What that means to me is that he's going to look to get the ball out of his hands quickly. He's going to look for his speedy and high-level receivers, Juju Smith-Schuster. These guys are going to need to get open and make things happen. Marcus Valdes-Scantling, he's going to be a key player as well. So expect that Mahomes is going to pass the ball around and spread it evenly and maybe even dump it off to the running backs and do something out of backfield, not necessarily in the screen, but maybe in just a long handoff, flare outs to the backs, wheel routes to the backs, a little bit of stuff that you used to see from Sean Payton and some stuff that we know is in the Andy Reid playbook. He and Airbnb are going to put their heads together and try to outsmart the Eagles defense. And I think that because the Eagles are so aggressive, that's going to work. But Patrick Mahomes needs to be accurate in order for them to pay dividends every time they try and throw the ball. He can't go 10 for 20 in the first half. That's not going to get it. We need to see like 18 for 20, meaning you've got to work that intermediate stuff to Kelce in the back, and then that's going to open up things over the top for the receivers. So those are my picks for key players for the Kansas City Chiefs in the upcoming Super Bowl. We'd love to get your thoughts. This has been T-Word for the Mike Check Podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm exiting the booth. Until the next time, peace.